Hello, everyone. It's time for Vanishing Outland Stories, a podcast. I'm your host, Pete Costanis. This is episode 352, season 15. Today's date is August 4th, 2024, and welcome to the show. On today's program, I'm going to talk about Ed Debevic's restaurant. And you're probably asking yourself, and probably me, why are you talking about this place? It's still there. I'm talking about the original location. And I'm going to talk about my memories of that place. And I have a menu, and I'll describe what was in the menu and its history and some fun facts about this place. And also I'll talk about my memories of those Kellogg's breakfast snack packs. I will go into more detail later on in the program. So they're still around, but I'm talking about the ones that were in the late 50s, 60s, 70s. So just bear with me. Okay. Right now, the program will go into a commercial break. And this program is brought to you by Hydrox Cookies from Sunshine. Do you remember those? They're like Oreos. I'll explain later when I come back from the commercial. So this commercial is from 1969. So sit back and relax, and I'll be right back with the show, folks. Thank you.
What are you?
I'm a drop.
What's a drop?
Do you like cream filling?
Sure.
Well, I'm the fluffy cream filling that comes between two chocolatey cookies.
Wow.
And I love to be eaten by kids.
You do?
Sure. And us Drox are friendly, so you always say hello to a Drox.
Okay. Hi, Drox.
Hi, Drox, from Sunshine, the great-tasting sandwich cookie with the Drox inside.
Hi, Drox.
How come the best-tasting things keep coming from Sunshine?
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for Hydrox cookies. Like I said, they were like Oreos. Believe it or not, they were introduced earlier than Oreos. They've been around for a long time. Let me give you a brief history about those. And they were manufactured by the Sunshine Biscuit Company. They no longer exist. They're gone. And, they turn out Cheez-It. Remember that? Still there. But it's under, I don't know, Keebler or something. I don't know. Crazy things happen like that. Because the Oreo was introduced in 1912. The Hydrox was introduced in 1908 by 4 years. That's good. I've had my memories of eating these cookies where my mom bought them at the grocery store, like Jewel or A&P or the People's Store, the grocery store downstairs at when we lived in Roseland, at Gately's People's Store. They got a grocery store in the basement. She bought those, and they were very good. What's different about the Oreos? They were not as sweet, and they had a darker texture, and they were good. When you're a kid, you love sweetness, but this was good, better. I like them, I really do, and so they showed commercials over the years and all that, and then it just fell out of popularity. I guess Oreo cookies are king now, and they always have been. They discontinued, then they brought them back, and I don't know. So I don't know if they're still around. I have not seen them. I wish they would. I wish they would bring them back. We'll see. The last time they were on store shelves were about 2018, something like that. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I'm one of those guilty people that, that tear apart the cookies and then lick the frosting in hiding. Okay. Anyway, at the beginning of the program, I mentioned I'm going to talk about Ed Debevic's restaurant. Also, I'll talk about my memories of Kellogg's snack pack cereals. There were about 3 or 4 of them. So, before I get started, I want to mention my health. I have a health status. As you all know, you follow my page and my group that I went for a blood test a a few days ago, and the PSA went down. So that's good. It was 2.08. Now it's 1.96. It's falling, but not very much, but it's still headed to the right direction, which is good news. I checked the other things. Anything wrong with me? The only slight problem is my glucose. It's a little up. So I got to cut down the sugar. Got to watch it. It's not easy. No. I love sweets. But what are you going to do? It's just, so it's hard. It's very hard. So I'll try my best. It's not easy. So I posted the health status on my social media accounts, and I want to say thank you, everyone, for your comments and your well wishes. I'm doing fine so far. I have an appointment with the urologist Tuesday. Let's see what he says. Will he take me off one medication? Will he tell me to continue? Probably. I think so. He's a type of doctor that wants sort of like perfection in a way. He wants 0 on the PSA, but 1.96 is pretty good for my age. It's there's no cancer shown. There's no. It's undetectable. We'll see what happens. So part of it was, I had the radiation done, and for that lesion on my bone, on my rib. So we'll probably discuss that with him. Also, on the 21st of August, I will see my oncologist. We'll see what he says. Maybe take off the medication. Maybe. And then a couple of days later, on the 23rd, I will get my second Zometa fusion, which means this is a medicine that lowers the calcium. Oh, and about the calcium, it's dropping. So that's good news. It's headed right that way. So it's going to take time because I have another one after that. And that's about 3 months later, probably around Thanksgiving. So hopefully that'll work. I hope so. I really hope so. So I'm very happy. It takes a long time. A long time. What are you going to do? All right. Enough of that. So let's talk about Debevic. This place, like most places in Chicago, has a love-hate relationship with Chicagoans and tourists, mostly Chicagoans. You enjoy the food, you don't like the food, you like the service, you despise the service. You don't like the prices, you love the prices. Everyone's has an opinion. Now this is my opinion of this place. I only went once, and that was in the 90s, early 90s, like 1991, 92. I was working right nearby there for about a year. And I was working, and there was this woman next to me, and I think she was from out of town, I guess. Maybe. I'm not sure. She suggested, Pete, why don't we go for lunch? And I said, okay, where you want to go? Because there was Carson Ribs nearby. There was a plant at Hollywood. And I said, well, how about at Debevic? I mentioned that. She said, yeah, I want to try it. And, she's never been there. I've never been there. And we went together. It was very nice, So we went there. And I remember what I ordered. I forgot what she ordered. Let's see. So we entered the restaurant. And it's the coolest place I ever saw. I felt like I went to Arnold's Drive-In in the Happy Days. That's what it looked like to me. So the only thing missing was Fonz, way in the corner, hitting his fist with the jukebox. He wasn't there. Or Richie and the gang. Anyway, or Arnold yelling. Anyway, so we sat down, waited for the waitress, and of course, you know what happens. The waitress is snarky and rude, and that's how they are. I never knew that. I wasn't forewarned. So they were not nasty, but they were, let's see. So they asked, so I said, she asked me, what would you like? And I said, well, I can't decide. She goes, well, hurry up. It's like talking to my mother when she's not in the best of moods. So, so he said, all right. I picked something that I don't usually have. I always have a hamburger. I heard the burgers were good at the time. So I had roast turkey with gravy, all the trimmings, cranberry sauce, what else? Stuffing and all that. And I was afraid because I always loved my mom's, Thanksgiving dinner. It's the best. It's delicious. Believe it or not, when she brought it to my table, I had it, and it was delicious. I loved it. It was the best I ever had. It wasn't better than my mom's, but it was great. I don't know what my friend had. I'm not sure. Probably a hamburger or something, and she loved it too. And then they played the 50s music, the 60s music, and then they had a little dancing and all that. They had memorable shown at the restaurant, kind of cool. I didn't buy anything. No. So we had a nice lunch and like that, and I was full for the rest of the day. Of course, I ordered dessert. I love desserts. I don't know why. You know what was on the menu for dessert? It was Oreo pie. First time I had Oreo pie. And I ordered that. They didn't have pumpkin pie. No, I don't remember seeing it. I had that. Oh, it was delicious. Oh, it was so sinful. My friend, I shared it with my friend. She liked it too. Anyway, we were done for lunch. We went back to the office, and my boss was there, and she asked us, how was your lunch? Very nice. I had a good time. I never been. She asked me, Pete, you've never been to this place? I go, no. No, I never been. I don't dine in downtown much. I guess I'm just a nerd. I dine near my house. And she looking at me kind of funny, like, that's how I am, Anyway, so it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself, and that's what Ed Debevic was. This is my memory of Ed Debevic. I only went one time only. I wish I went more. I really did. If I had a visitor or a friend that called me up and said, yeah, let's go out, let's go to the city and eat, I would go there. Kind of cool. Yeah. Okay, so let me give you a history of that real quickly. Ed Debevic opened around November 1984. And you probably ask, is there a real person, Ed Debevic? The answer is no. There is no person. I didn't know that. It was a brainchild of Rich Melman from Liz Entertainment, restaurant chain. I don't know where they got the name. I don't know. There is a website on the internet that explains the history of that. If you'd like to check it out, please do. It'll explain the whole from the beginning to the end, and it was there. So let's see. So it closed about in the mid 2010s. I don't know, about 2015 or something like that. And I don't know what happened. I don't know. But it returned in 2021, but not in the same location. The first location was at 640 North Wells Street, right there in the River North neighborhood. They also had a location at, I believe, 600 Lake Cook Road in Deerfield. I never went to that one. I heard that was good too. Of course, they opened more, not in Chicago. I heard maybe a couple, maybe in Las Vegas. I know in Phoenix they opened, and maybe one in LA. But there were a couple in Phoenix, which is true. And it's probably the same thing, So that's kind of nice. I think they closed before the Ed Debevic locations in Chicago. So let's see. So they did return in 2021. It's located on East Ohio Street, I think 157 or something like that. I never went to it yet. I haven't been there. I don't know if it's the same. I don't know. Do they have the same menu? Maybe. Probably. And do they have the rude waitresses and the dancing and the merchandise? Yes, they do. They had that. So I kind of miss the old location. It was so iconic like that. So they tore it down. I don't know what's there now. So that's a shame. But now it's just in a building, on the first floor. Maybe someday, if I'm in the area, maybe I'll stop by, get a hamburger, check it out. Waiting for the waitress to come to my table and give me, we'll see about that. Okay, now I'm going to show you the menu. No, I'm not going to show you the menu. I'm going to read the menu. So here we go. Get it right here. So on the menu, I'm not going to read. Not really. Not going to read every item, so just let's see what we have here. They had the usual sandwiches. They had hamburgers, cheeseburgers, bacon cheeseburgers, blah, blah, blah. Ed's Blue Moon Burger. That's like blue cheese, sauce, toasted onions. Not bad. Chili burger, mushroom burger. Hoppin' John's Atomic Burger, hot. I never had that. I don't think I want to. Or barbecue bacon burger. Okay. So they had salads with burgers, like, for example, tuna, chicken, BLTs, barbecue chicken sandwiches, sloppy joes, meatloaf sandwich. A few people mentioned this meatloaf sandwich. I love meatloafs. I love meatloaf. I really do. I really love it. They had Russell's cold roast beef sandwich. Before I continue, this is a menu from the late 80s and 90s. Early 90s, that is, excuse me. Also, they had grilled cheese, fried egg, any choice of bread you would like. They had soup of the day, of course. They had chili, any chili you want. You want macaroni in your chili, or cheese, onions, beans, whatever you want. Oyster crackers on the side. Of course, they had hot dogs. They had Chicago hot dog. Can't imagine what that tastes like. Cheese dog, chili dog with cheese, double dog. Okay, next up, they had the deluxe plates. Of course, they had the hot meatloaf, which is good. They had homemade pot roast turkey, which I had. That was good. Breaded pork loin, chicken fried steak, spaghetti with chili. They had Ed's fried chicken basket, chicken pot pie. Ooh, I love that. Noodles du jour, whatever way you want it, or different days. Salads, like I mentioned before, chopped salad, banquet in a bowl. That's like mixed greens, assorted cold cuts, Caesar salad, and if you wanted chicken added, sure. Dressings, of course, Thousand Island, Italian, blue cheese, French. Okay, side orders, French fries, homemade potato chips, they had wets. I'm not sure what they are. Chili fries, cheese chips, fries and chips combo, and atomic fries. That must mean they're very hot. Of course, they had homemade desserts. They had pies, banana, coconut, apple crisp, pudding pie. It was called Bee's chocolate pudding pie. Pecan pie, brownie delight. They had a cake, old-fashioned devil food cake. And they had for $1.45, they had the jumbo souvenir cup. So you put your favorite soft drink and you take it home in a cup. I didn't have that. I wish I did. Of course, they had soft drinks, the usual. They had Green River, Coke, Diet Coke, Cherry Coke, Crush, Orange Crush, cream soda. Also, they had desserts. They had milkshakes, malted milk, ice cream sodas, black cow, ice cream. And ice cream sundaes, hot fudge sundaes, KO, chocolate drink. And, of course, one of the famous things they had is the world's smallest sundaes, like a world's hot fudge sundae. So it's like a little one in a cup. I never knew that, And at the time, they didn't accept checks or credit cards or IOUs. They wanted cash. No, I think times have changed, so I guess they do. Okay. So, that's an exhausting menu, but it sounds delicious. It really does. Okay. That's enough for Debevic, and right now I'll talk briefly about cereal packs. Before I get started, I'm going to play a commercial for that. It's for Kellogg's cereal packs, and it's from 1969, and it features a very familiar TV actor. You will recognize his voice, and when I come back after I play the commercial, I will tell you who he is, and this will be fun. So here is a commercial for Kellogg's cereal packs from 1969, and I'll be right back, folks. Thank you.
This is a Kellogg computer. It's going to show us how Kellogg's cereal assortments put more in everyone's morning. For just about everyone, Kellogg's Variety, 10 individual size servings. For adults, Request Pack, the Kellogg cereals grown-ups ask for most. For kids, Snack Pack, sweet and nourishing. For big families, Jumbo Assortment. There's a Kellogg assortment pack just right for your family.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for Kellogg's cereal packs. The actor who was speaking there is none other than McLean Stevenson. He's best known as Colonel Blake from MASH and other TV shows that were wonderful. No, they were not. I don't know. He was very successful in that show, and it's too bad he left because he got killed off. So, and he's from Illinois, I believe. Yeah, I think so. And he was trying to find a very successful TV show. He couldn't find one. I remember one, Hello Larry. You remember that one? That ran a couple of years, but no. But he was a funny man. I liked him. He was great. He really was. Okay, so for the Kellogg's cereal packs, as you heard, they were Family Pack, Request Pack that came like that. There was Snack Pack, also Jumbo. Remember the Jumbo? They're still around. They're not named that way, but I'm going to tell you my memories of those. You see, I still eat cereal. Not the sweet stuff, really. I try to avoid it, But when you're a kid, you get excited eating the cereals and different kinds of cereals, and from not just from Kellogg's. You get it from General Mills. You get it from, I don't know, Betty Crocker. No, there was Ralston Purina, from those companies. Post, of course. They had a lot of those. I think Post did something similar like that, with the cereal packs. I think so, yeah. I think the others did too. What was very fascinating to me as a child was it was so colorful to look at, and all the characters that were featured on the boxes. Like, for example, Snap, Crackle, and Pop, Tony the Tiger, Toucan Sam. The list goes on, and my earliest memories was, I think I said this before, my mom used to buy them. We always fight, I don't like this one, I like that one. I think that's been heard on almost all the households at the time, in the United States. So she bought those packs, and what's funny? Sometimes there was always a box of cereal, a little box of cereal that nobody touched because nobody liked it, and it was like that was weird, For me, it was like Raisin Bran. I didn't like raisins, in cereal. My brother did, so he ate that. I can't think of the one. Oh yeah, like Special K. Nobody touched it. Because that was for adults, and it's not very tasty. No, not really. Unless you add sugar. Now they come out with chocolate chunks and little fruit, and it's good. So, you see, my mom doesn't eat cereal. She never eats it. So it ended up in the garbage. Let's say that. She bought it all through the years, but usually we buy a big box of cereal, that we all liked, or we buy another brand or another kind, we do that. So I remember the commercials on TV. They were introduced probably late 1950s, I imagine, and then they were advertised in the 1960s, the 70s, the 80s, and on and on and on. So I like that. And you can find collectibles of open packages on eBay. Why? I don't know. People like to collect them, and people want to buy them. I guess they like the boxes. I kind of do, but, I wouldn't buy it myself. So, and of course they advertise on television, like I said, and magazines and all that, and it's kind of cool. So my favorite was the jumbo, because, with the big letters, jumbo, that looked kind of nice like that. And I think those kind of, the names of those discontinued. I'm thinking the late 70s, early 80s, like that. Excuse me. So that's a great memory as a child, seeing those in the grocery store. Like you're shopping with your mother, and then you're begging her, "Oh, please buy this, buy this for me, please, please, please buy it." I was a pain in the neck, still am. So it's kind of cool. Kind of nice. So I like that, because I've bought videos with commercials over the years at comic book conventions that features all kinds of cereals from all different companies. Kellogg's, Post, what other ones? Can't think of the top of my head like that. So General Mills, of course. And so they kind of look, it's kind of cool to look back and see how they were. But, they were advertised heavily during those times. And, they had a lot of sugar, which isn't good for you today. And, those kids make them. They said it's healthy for you back then. No, not now. So, parents, you got to be careful feeding what they feed the kids. I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. You got to watch it. So, and it's gotten expensive. Yeah, it's like, like you go out to dinner or out to breakfast, and, you get, it's like a bowl of cereal is like a meal, a big meal, and it's not. It's just a bowl of cereal, That's crazy. What a crazy world we live in. All right, fine. All right, anyway, that's it for this show. I'll do a recap of what I talked about. I talked about at Debevic's restaurant. I talk about its history. I read off the menu of this place and my memories of that. Also, I talk about Kellogg's cereal packs from when I was a child. This podcast will be published later on today, wherever podcasts are available. For example, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music. You just tap on an app on your phone, your iPad, or wherever device you have. Just tap follow. You get the latest episode of, the latest notification. You can check out the rest of the previous episodes if you wish, if you have time. Also, it'll be posted on my blog, vanishchicagoland.blog. If you, it's at www.vanishchicagoland.blog, and it'll take you right there, and just tap that. It'll take you right to it. Okay. Also, it'll be on my YouTube channel. And someone asked me again, where do I find your podcasts? You find it on YouTube. Go to YouTube, type in the search engine, Vanish Chicagoland Stories, the podcast, or either my name, you will find it. Tap subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. You can listen to previous episodes. You will receive a notification for the latest episode. You will today. If you subscribe to my podcast, that's awesome. That's great. Also be shared on my social media accounts, Facebook, X, LinkedIn, Reddit, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Blue Sky. I think that's it. I think I'm missing one. Instagram. Okay. So, this is Pico Stanish, your host for Vanished Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. Thank you for joining me. I'm not going to do another podcast Tuesday. I'm going to the doctor. So, it'll probably be next weekend. I'll do one. Also, I said I was going to probably write a story or in a video about Ray Rayner and Friends. I haven't done it yet. I'll do it soon. I'll probably do the story first. I'll let you know, when that's available. And the video, of course. I might have a special surprise this week. Maybe. I'll give you a hint. I might go on location somewhere to talk about something. We'll see. If I'm up to it. It won't be Tuesday. It won't be Wednesday. That's another surprise. So it'll probably be the end of the week. I don't know. I will let you and everyone else know when that'll happen. Okay. All right. So here's bye-bye for me, and here's a little traveling music from Ray Rayner saying bye, bye, bye. Take care, everyone, and so long.
We have to go. Bye, bye, bye.